In the quiet town of Oak Creek, everyone knew John and Mary, but few knew how their story began. It wasn't on the bright lights of the football field, even though John was the star quarterback. It began in the hushed, dusty aisles of the school library. John was struggling. The pressure of the game was easy, but the pressure of the page was hard. He sat across from Mary, a girl who seemed to breathe in the scent of old books. "I don't suppose you know how to solve for X?" John asked, his voice a whisper that broke the silence. Mary looked up, a soft smile playing on her lips. "I think I can help you find more than just X." John, that afternoon a bridge was built between two different worlds. He taught her about the rush of a touchdown. She taught her about the magic of a well-written sentence. They didn't just graduate together. They walked into the world hand in hand. They married under a clear blue sky and moved into a house that was small in size but massive in heart. John took a job at the local factory, his hands becoming calloused to provide a life for them. Mary turned their house into a sanctuary, filled with the smell of fresh bread and the sound of music. The happiest day of their lives arrived with the birth of Sarah. John looked at his daughter, his eyes misting over. "She's perfect, Mary. She looks just like you. But life has a way of testing the strongest foundation." The factory whistle blew for the last time one cold Tuesday. The gates were locked. John came home, his shoulders slumped, the weight of the world pressing down on him. "What will we do?" he whispered, staring at the pile of bills on the kitchen table. Mary didn't panic. She walked over, took his rough hands in hers, and looked him in the eye. "We have a roof, we have Sarah, and we have the one thing money can't buy. We have us. We will find a way." Time moved like a river. John found work in construction, trading the factory floor for the open air and heavy lifting. But as Sarah grew into a teenager, the house grew loud with the sounds of slamming doors. "You don't understand me," Sarah would yell, her eyes full of the rebellion of youth. John and Mary stood together through the late nights and the worried silences. They stayed patient, anchored by their love, even when their daughter felt like a stranger. To heal the rift, they saved every penny for a trip to the coast. Standing on the shore, watching Sarah finally laugh as the waves hit her feet, Mary leaned her head on John's shoulder. "I'm glad we're here," she said. "The ocean makes everything feel small again." The shadows returned, but this time they didn't come for John's job. They came for Mary's help. It started with a headache that wouldn't leave, then a tiredness that sleep couldn't fix. The doctor's office was cold. The word brain tumor felt like a physical blow. "Am I going to die, John?" Mary's voice was small, her eyes searching his for a truth he didn't want to give. John gripped her hand so tight his knuckles turned white. "We are going to fight. I am not letting go of you. Not now, not ever." The months that followed were a blur of hospital corridors, white sheets, and the smell of antiseptic. John never left her side. He became her strength when she couldn't walk, her voice when she was too tired to speak. One night, under the dim hospital lights, Mary whispered, "Thank you for loving me through the beautiful parts and the broken parts." John kissed her forehead, his tears falling onto her hand. "You were my entire world, Mary." When Mary passed, the silence in the house was deafening. The sun still rose, but for John, the world had lost its color. But love doesn't end with a heartbeat. Sarah moved back home, the rebellion of her youth replaced by a deep, quiet grace. Together, they went into the backyard. They dug into the earth, planting roses, lilies, and every flower Mary had ever loved. John spent his afternoons there. He realized that Mary wasn't gone. She was in the petals, the wind, and the strength of his daughter's smile. "She's still with us, isn't she?" Sarah asked one evening as they watched the sunset over the garden. "Every single day," John replied. Outro. John and Mary's story reminds us that love isn't just a feeling. It's a choice we make every day. It's a beacon that stays lit even in the darkest storms. If this story touched your heart, please hit the like button, subscribe for more stories of the human spirit, and share this with someone who needs to know that love never truly ends. See you in the next video.